love in its true sense, in its infinite sense, not its perceived love is just the love that comes with attraction, but the much deeper level of what it means and what it is a state of awareness, a state of being that will always do what it knows to be right. It doesn't consider the possibility of not doing so. And so, determination to do what you know to be right, and not to consider the consequences that people can endlessly list. Ask most people who they are if you meet them, and they'll give you their name, probably their job, their location where they were born, their nationality. They'll give you, not that there's any need to know, often these days their sexuality. But they are not the I. They're not the eternal I. They are the experiences, brief experiences, that the eternal I is having in a stunningly brief experience called human. And that human experience is merely to experience a tiny band of frequency, ridiculously tiny, which we interact with via the human body. And when we leave the human body, what leaves the human body is the consciousness that's had that experience. That's what near-death experiences are all about. When the body dies and before it's recovered, they experience a completely different reality. There's nothing like this one. Because this reality is merely a tiny band of frequency, which the body is decoding the information within that frequency, like a computer decoding Wi-Fi. And so when people are born, suddenly this becomes their reality, the five-sense world that we call human. But when they leave the body is ceasing to decode their reality anymore, and they experience a vastly expanded sense and experience of reality. That the limitations of the human body decoding systems, the five senses, if we expand our awareness beyond the programmed perceptions of the five senses, because that's where the programming goes on, basically, that and then the subconscious that connects into the five senses. If we see that this human experience is just a brief set of experiences that our consciousness is having, and our consciousness is a unique point of attention within an infinite flow of consciousness, and actually what we call a human life is just a brief experience on an eternal exploration of all possibility and all potential that our consciousness is eternally having. If we can see the I as infinite awareness having a human experience, and the human experience not being actually the I, then we can not only see that death is just a transition from one state of awareness to another,